Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of 10WT Friday, where every single week we teach you how to form the healthy habits that will transform your body and your life. You see, in order to transform, you have to start with your why. Then you have to set your goal, then identify your weekly behaviors that will get you to your goal, track that progress on a scoreboard, and set micro habits that set you up for success every single week. If you do these steps, then your habits are going to be rock solid, your self-confidence is going to skyrocket, and you're going to be on the path to your best you. Every single week, we help individuals who are hungry for growth. People just like yourself, we help them optimize their potential. I'm your host, Nick Carrier, and today I'm really excited to talk about 5 ways to eat healthy at restaurants. The goal of the Best You podcast is to allow you to feel confident about what you need to do, why you need to do it, and how to do it in order to get closer and closer to your best you. Really not just 5 ways to eat healthy, but it's 5 ways to eat healthier at restaurants. And so I know that so many of us feel like anytime we make food at home, we're good and our nutrition is going to be on track for the most part. And if we could just eat more meals at home, then we're going to be good. Then we're going to be on track towards our fitness goals. We're going to lose weight. We're going to make sure we don't put on unwanted body fat. But inevitably, there are just going to be times when we go out to dinner, whether that is a happy hour, whether that's with friends, with family, for a special occasion, whatever it is, we're going to be going out to dinner. So it's really important to make sure we come up with strategies to ensure that when we go to dinner, it's either healthy or we want to make sure ultimately that it's just not destructive towards our goals. It doesn't hinder our progress towards our goals. And with so many people in the 10-week transformation, we talk about how to do that. Because so many people inevitably are going to eat out once, 2 times, 3 times, maybe 4 times every single week. And so if you're eating out 2+ times a week and you are having unhealthy food and pretty much terrible meals all those times, fried foods, burgers, hot dogs, pizza, whatever it is, if you're having those foods that frequently, you are not going to be continuing to make progress toward your goals. So it is essential to make sure that you eat healthy or healthier at restaurants, especially depending on how many times that you're going on a weekly basis. And so we want to come up with strategies on how to do that. And so that's what these 5 things are. They are strategies to ensure that when you go to restaurants, what you eat is not destructive with your goal. So number 1, know what you're ordering before you arrive. Every single restaurant that you probably go to now, you can look up their website, you can look up their menu beforehand, and you can select what you're going to order before you even go. That way, I know me personally, oftentimes I have the best of intentions when I go someplace, but then if I go someplace and I have a beer or 2, I'm not going to be in the same state of mind to make the same healthy choice, especially when I see all the different options that I make or all the options that are available. And so if we can go in knowing what we're going to order, that way we don't even want to see the menu. Don't even look at the menu. Don't even look at the different options. Don't even look at the menu. Put it away, tell the waiter to keep them, and just know what you're going to order beforehand. This is probably one of the easiest ones to execute on, is do the little bit of time of preparation, look up the menu, decide what you're going to have before you go. Number 2 is making sure you drink a glass of water before you eat anything else or before you order. Because so many times we go to restaurants and we think we're starving, but if we have a full glass of water, we realize, we're not as hungry as we may have thought. And so if you can drink a glass of water before you do anything, that will, 1, curb your hunger. So if people do order appetizers, let's say right away, and that's out, you might eat less. And the other great thing about drinking a glass of water is you're not going to have the perceived level of hunger that you may have when you first walked in, and that could positively influence the decision that you make when it comes to ordering specific food. So drink a glass of water before doing anything else. Number 3, no group food or no appetizers. So if somebody else is ordering appetizers, stay away. Or just don't order appetizers yourself. This is where you really start to stack up your calories. And most of the time, unless you're ordering a salad, most appetizers are just not very healthy options. Most of them are fried options for the most part. Obviously, it depends on the type of the restaurant that you go to. But generally speaking, appetizers are fun types of food, and so they might not be all that healthy unless you get a salad. So no group food that'll really ensure that you are, just by not having an appetizer, making sure you don't overindulge from a caloric standpoint. Number 4, have one drink not 2. If you're going to drink alcohol at a restaurant, again, have that glass of water before, and then maybe just have a glass of wine or a beer with dinner. Don't have one before and during. And now look, one of the things I want to make sure that I'm completely transparent with is I don't do this every single time. This is if the time that you're going out to dinner, you really need to ensure that you're being healthy. For me personally, I don't go out very often. If I go out 1 or 2 times a week, that's probably about average. And if I'm going 1 or 2 times a week, then I'm probably not going to limit myself to just 1 drink. I probably will have 2, maybe 3, depending on what it is. If it's a football game, I might have more than that. But if you are trying to go to a restaurant and you're wanting to stay healthy on this particular moment, only have 1 drink. Have a glass of water and then order your drink with the actual meal itself. The 5th tip is something that's just super practical and is very dependent on what it is that you're ordering. But I know for me personally, this has been huge, and it's don't order a bun if you have a sandwich, or if you have a fried sandwich or a grilled chicken sandwich or a burger. Don't have the bun. It's that easy. Don't have the bun. At almost every single place now, you can get your burger with a lettuce wrap, or you can just get a bed of lettuce with your burger and the toppings on it, and that's going to be huge, both from a standpoint of most buns are just super bad for you. They're going to spike your insulin levels, and overall, just number of calories standpoint is going to be way less, and you're going to feel a whole lot less bloated if you don't have the bun. So that 5th tip is make sure you don't have a bun. There's also a bonus. The bonus tip is just generally speaking, most of the time if you go out, you can find a good salad with protein or some kind of bowl with protein that is going to be the best option for you. And so that is a very specific tip on maybe what you should order or what you could order anytime you go out to eat. So before I go through those 5 and the bonus again, I just want to reiterate that I am not somebody who says that every single time you're going to go out to a restaurant, you need to eat healthy or you should eat healthy. This is for those times when you really feel like you need to eat healthy in order to stay on track with your goals. Like I said, this is 5 ways to eat healthier at restaurants so that when you go to the restaurant, it's not destructive to your goal and it doesn't hinder you from making progress. And if you're only eating out 1 time a week, then it's probably not that big a deal. If you're eating out just 2 times a week, it might not be that big a deal if you're really good on all other meals throughout the week. But if you're going 3+ times a week to restaurants, you've got to find some strategies to ensure that when you go out, you're eating a little bit healthier so that you don't hinder your progress towards your goals. So again, number 1 was know what you're ordering before you get there so you don't have to look at the menu when you arrive. Number 2, drink a glass of water before anything else. 1, to curb your hunger. 2, to influence your decision making in a positive manner. Number 3, no group food. Don't have any appetizers. Number 4, have 1 drink, not 2. I would say, personally, I would like that drink to be with the meal. So maybe have a glass of water before and then order a drink when you order the meal. Number 5, don't have a bun if you're getting a sandwich or a burger. And then the bonus was most of the time, most restaurants have a salad with a protein option that's going to be 10 times better than 90% of the things on the menu. I hope this was helpful. Again, just if you're going out to eat on a frequent basis, that's okay. You're not doomed in your fitness goals. You can still do it. You can still stay on track. You can still do these strategies. It just takes a little bit of a pivot in mindset. It may take a little bit of a pivot in preparation, but it will make all the difference in continuing your progress towards your goal. If you felt like this was helpful and you feel like you know a friend or family member who would also benefit from doing this because they're on a health and fitness journey themselves and they often get held back when they go to restaurants, and make sure you send them to nickcarrier.com/podcast so that they can implement these strategies as well. But I hope something in here helped you feel like you're more confident in your ability to stay healthy when you eat at restaurants. And these are what we talk about during the 10-week transformation all the time. So if you're interested in joining the 10WT, then make sure you go to nickcarrier.com/10WT as well. But I hope these 5 strategies plus the bonus help you get closer to your health and fitness goals and ultimately get you closer and closer to your best you.